We've actually got a queue to get to that spot, which is fucking crazy. So I guess if you want to beat this, come really early or really late, I guess. We have come to the Fuji Sengen Shrine. Now this is a very well-known, very popular destination. I mean, it is busy, busy, busy. What is the time? It is like 20 past 10 on a Wednesday, and you got all these cars coming, probably a lot of tours from Tokyo, all to see this shrine. But it is a famous picture. And at the top of the stairs that everyone will be climbing, look at all these tours, is the Chureito Pagoda, which is just one of the most famous photo opportunities of Mount Fuji. And we are going to take the 500 steps up and take the iconic photo. There's a steep staircase ahead. If it's too difficult, please rest at the shop next door.
The shop's definitely built outside there.
Yeah. That, I believe, is that technically product placement? So we begin, and they're pretty steep steps. So, and Katie is a little bit under the weather today. So there must be some kind of flu going around Japan at the moment, because everywhere you go, everyone's coughing and spluttering, which is really nice. There's a map here. Oh, it's a toilet guide. So where are we? We are here. Oh heck, so we gotta go all the way up there. You ready for it?
Ready.
Tissue in hand.
Yeah.
That's it, we'll take our time. Make it nice and easy. So if you come a bit slightly later, I mean this is now towards the end of March. If you were to come at the beginning of April, all these trees should be in bloom, and they are, of course, the elusive cherry blossom. So through the first torii gate.
Have you seen Fuji in all its prime?
I don't know if you can see that in the background. That is Fuji. So far so good. And Fuji is only visible 85 days of the year? 80 days of the year. So you've got to be either really selective or really lucky. Right, so after the first set of stairs, this is where you will come to. As you see, it is so busy.
Well, instead of taking those stairs on the right, we'll take that slope on the left. It gets to the same place.
Ah, okay. But you got your little shops, you get your noodles, some beef, ice creams, drinks, beers, kombucha for the people. Right, this is bringing back Ijin flashbacks.
Well, I'm thinking less Ijin, more Roy's Peak.
Roy's Peak, yeah, Roy. Which, if you've seen that video yet, you've done very well because it's not even been published. But that will be coming soon, once we leave Japan. Right, you don't want to see us walking uphill. You don't want to see us walking up a steep gradient for the next half an hour. So, I'll pop back in and out at notable points. Exciting, I know. You are on the edge of your seat.
Please be aware there is a bear in the area.
Sick.
An actual... what?
Yeah, they get bears too. You get two types of bear.
Really?
Yeah, the Asiatic bear, I think that's how you say it. And then you get a different type of bear, I can't remember which one it is. Do you know the statues of the bears?
Yeah.
Them.
They look like...
They're real bears.
oh.
I think they're called sun bears. I think that's what they nicknamed
Looks like
them.
Yogi Bear.
Yeah, maybe. A little bit. Fuji Yoshida City rests on a platform at the northern base of Mount Fuji, standing at 600 to 800 meters above sea level. booming first as a town devoted to Mount Fuji faith, it later prospered as a centre of textile manufacturing. As you can see, everyone bombarding the famous spot. There's the pagoda, and through those trees is Fuji. And we'll show you what it looks like because we're going to join that group of retrobates right now. We've actually got a queue to get to that spot, which is fucking crazy. So I guess if you want to beat this, come really early or really late, I guess. Sunset would be quite nice because it'd probably set over that direction, so that would be quite nice, but otherwise you just got to stand with this lot. So this is the pagoda close up outside of the queue. It was quite pretty. So do you know any information about a pagoda? What the point of a pagoda is?
No. You gonna tell me?
Oh, yeah. So the pagodas originating from the Indian stupa. Primarily religious structures, particularly in Buddhism. And they're basically just a monument, you know, to house relics and sacred objects. Sometimes even marking burial sites or tombs. So that is that. It's, yeah, it's just a busy one. It's the busy stop.
I can see why it's busy. It was really beautiful, but just so many people.
So we're gonna have to try and find somewhere that's a bit less populated. We then try to go find somewhere else to go get an amazing view of Mount Fuji. So another viewpoint of the famous Mount Fuji is this lake. And you have a gondola, which can go up all the way up there. But normally you get a great view of Fuji right from here, which is, you can just make it out, but it is very hazy. Now the problem is, it's all weather dependent. Being able to only see it 80 days of the year probably doesn't necessarily mean for the rest of the time it's raining. It could just be that it's just hazy like this, but if you look very carefully, you can just make it out. But if this was clear, this would be a fantastic spot to see it. Fantastic. But it's a beautiful lake. I mean, you've got options to ride pedal boats and you can get jet boats and all sorts. But unfortunately, the haze is just a bit much. I mean, it's currently 2 o'clock and there is talk at lunch, midday. It is terrible, usually. So it's early morning or afternoon, late afternoon. So you never know, maybe later on it will get a bit better. So I guess you have to ask the question, is the pagoda the best place to see Mount Fuji? Well, probably not. It is an amazing place to see Fuji, granted. But if you go anywhere around the volcano, you'll be able to find incredible views. Even just walking down the street, you can see Fuji in all its glory. Our favourite spot was in Fuji Q theme park. They have a viewing tower that is incredible. So yes, the pagoda is worth a visit if you're only staying in Tokyo. Get a day trip. But if you're staying in the area, there are too many places to name which you can get a great view of the 8th highest peak in the world. But all this being said, if the weather is rubbish, it doesn't matter where you stand, you won't see a thing. If you've been to Mount Fuji, let us know in the comments if you've seen any good spots yourself. Do the usual, like, subscribe, see you next time for more Japan madness.